It's weekly. It's weekly. It's weekly. Sonic Weekly's here.
Greetings and welcome to Sonic Weekly Podcast, the show where we talk about Sonic with friends. My name is Bo. I'm at the controls in for Grant this week, and I'm happy to be talking with my friend, the star of our show, and the only other one here. It's David the Lurker.
Whoa, hi, Bo. That's right. It's just the two of us. Yeah, we can make it if we try. To the end of the episode, that is. Ha ha! Or the end of the track, because I guess Sonic and racing, and I'm sure there was a smoother transition there.
Well, happy Sonic Racing CrossWorlds launch day to you. We're recording this on the 25th. It is the day you can officially get it, unless you pre-ordered it, in which case you could have gotten it earlier. But today is the recognized launch day for this game that has been teased and advertised and marketed to us for so long. So happy CrossWorlds Day.
Yes, happy CrossWorlds Day for those who celebrate. Is this the official one, and then the 3 days ago it was observed, or is this one that's observed in
I think this is observed.
This is observed.
You know,
okay.
This is the one for the masses, not the elites.
That's right. The common folk who are like, I just want to play as Sonic. I don't need the Werehog. I don't need the Sonic Prime characters. I don't need any of the newly announced DLC, which was leaked a week ago because people had the box art already. You know, I guess we are now in a post-CrossWorlds world, which means I can't really say, hey, did you hear Sonic CrossWorlds? There's this game coming out.
It's the most telegraphed launch, possibly of the entire Sonic series. I can't think of another game that was so heavily marketed. And actually, I want to run this theory by you.
Okay.
They bounced Sonic Rumble in order to not undermine the marketing for CrossWorlds. The whole thing about, we're going to retool the game and improve it or whatever, that's a smokescreen. This was just like, no, we're not going to dilute the message of CrossWorlds.
I mean, that is entirely possible. I mean, they're both multiplayer games. One is free to play. One is $90 if you want it all. I guess if you're a parent trying to appease a small child and they want new Sonic, you might give them the free one.
Yeah.
And hope that they don't go to any other apps. Lock down that iPad, folks.
I think they're looking at the release schedule. They're saying, okay, we're going to have a full price game this year. We don't want this free one undermining it. And we can't split up our marketing budget. We need to do a bunch of videos, a bunch of cross promotions with weird brands.
So many brands.
And they're not Rumble brands. It's
no.
CrossWorlds brands.
That's right. You're not going to see Mega Man in Sonic Rumble, are you? Nope.
You really could, and it might happen. Who can say, really?
You might see Ruffles in Rumble. That's where my mind went, because they kind of sound the same. And who doesn't want
Ruffles,
some potato chips?
The delicious potato chips, yes.
Yeah. There's many different
call
kinds.
Up the brand licensing people at Sega. They're answering every call, it seems.
Right. You could have Jet be like, hey, you know, when I want to ruffle my feathers, I reach into a bag of Ruffles potato chips.
You can't have just one. Is that the right brand? If not, write in and tell me what potato chip brand is.
Is that Ruffles or is that Lay's?
You can't see one. Right. No, it's probably Lay's.
Right. And then there's Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop, which is essentially the same thing.
Right. We get it. Potato chips, you're delicious. Yeah.
Nobody can stop. Although technically, Pringles are not a potato chip. They're
more like instant mashed potatoes.
Right. That have been formed
you can blend them and they're just mashed potatoes.
Right. Originally,
you shouldn't. It's disgusting.
Yes, the original cans of Pringles did say potato chip, and I think they were sued by someone. And it's like, you can't say that because it's not a potato chip. You didn't cut a slice of potato and fry it. You mushed up potatoes and then reformed it into a chip. So they have to. Look, that's exciting.
I will still keep eating that garbage. They can call it whatever they want.
Right.
So I want to say this is my first day actually playing CrossWorlds with my hands on the controllers. I did not do the test. I did not do the demo, but I told my 7-year-old son today is the day we're going to play it after school. And we got home. We ran to the computer. I had hit install on it before we left for school, and it was right there ready for us.
Ooh.
Picked it up, ready to go. Doorbell rings.
What?
Okay, I say, Modern Bow, you play. Let me answer the door.
Oh.
And who's at the door? Well, it's our neighbor. The neighbors, they're in their 80s, and they've got a computer problem. And who do you turn to when you've got a computer problem? Well, it's the young guy who lives next door. And this is going to be a public service announcement, because I could have been playing CrossWorlds, but instead I was helping my elderly neighbors uninstall some terrible antivirus program from their computer. Because
was it also CrossWorlds?
It might have been CrossWorlds antivirus. I don't know if you have older people with computers in your life, but if you do, you need to go over to their place. You need to uninstall all of the Norton antivirus and the Symantec antivirus and all the brands of antivirus that you've ever heard of over the years, because they have them all installed and they're all competing for the computer. And the computer is not running very quickly because all the antiviruses are taking up all the resources. Nothing is working. They're getting charged $15.99 a month for all of them. They don't know what they're paying. They don't know how to cancel all of this. You need to do it for them, because the old folks, they're struggling with the computers. So everybody just take a moment to think about who you need to do this for in your life, and go do that before it interrupts your CrossWorlds time like it did for me.
Wow. Well, right. Since we're talking about antivirus, what antivirus software would you suggest to the folks at home?
The folks at home, if they have a Windows PC, they need to use Microsoft Defender. It's already on there. You don't need to pay for any Nortons. You don't need to pay for any Symantec antivirus. Nothing else. They can't scare you with IP addresses. Old folks, there's no reason to mess with this stuff. It's not that bad. If your computer gets a virus, it's fine. They're not going to steal your social security card. Just hang up the phone when they tell you this stuff.
Okay.
Don't fall for the scams.
What if I just have a photo of my social security card? It has my desktop background.
Well, do make sure when the phone scammers call you to screen share with them as quickly as possible. In that case, not going to call out any of my relatives who may have done this recently. But
okay. Right. So you settled their issues, you uninstalled everything, you put their computer back up, and I'm assuming installed Steam and purchased a copy of CrossWorlds for them. And then when I'd play with you, but right, so then you scurry back home. So did you
scurry back home.
Yeah.
I missed a few races. My older son, he's playing through. He's playing as 9 Tails from Sonic Prime, enjoying that DLC quite a bit. But we did get to play a little bit in the evening, and I think it is good. So I haven't played a whole lot. I've played, I think, maybe 11 minutes with my hands on the controllers.
Okay.
But I think we do have something that's worthy of the Racing Transformed legacy. Like Team Sonic Racing isn't. This might be.
Okay.
And I think that's good. It's what you want in a Sonic Racing game.
I mean, that makes sense. Actually, I haven't purchased it yet, so I'm still basing my opinions off of the open network test and such. But
which was not that long ago.
No, it's not like the game is completely different suddenly.
Right.
I want to get it. I might wait for a sale, or I might just relent and end up getting it. And who knows? Who knows where the wind may blow when it comes to Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for me. But it definitely. Okay, so if we're looking at the barometer of reviews, I was going to say the barometer of acceptance, because I guess sometimes it feels like, as a Sonic fan, it's like, do you accept this or do you reject it? Never is it good or bad. It's like, So I don't remember what we said last week, where the Metacritic score was hovering
just below Mario last week. Yeah.
Right. And it is still just below Mario. It is at 83. And I don't remember if it was 83 last week.
I think that's, right where we were.
It's still there. But yeah, comparing it, like Transformed was 82. So it's still one notch above. Team Sonic Racing was 72. Ooh, look at that yellow box of a number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team Sonic Racing is not bad. I've said it on the show before. If they had come out in opposite order,
yeah,
great. Team Sonic Racing is an improvement on the first sumo racing game, and it is not an improvement on the second sumo racing game. They released them in the wrong sequence.
Right, the original Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing has a 75 on Metacritic.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, I have played that with my older son also, and I played it after the other two, and it does feel like a downgrade. It's like, oh yeah, they did add stuff to this that you miss.
Right, so it was perfectly acceptable in 2010, but we are no longer in 2010. Yeah, let's see. There are 52 positive reviews, 7 mixed, and 0 negative.
Wow.
Yeah, at least right now. Some of these places I've never heard of. What is Loot Level Chill? Are you aware of the website Loot Level Chill?
That's a new one for me. I have to admit I'm out of the loop on my gaming review sites, but
okay. Well,
if these guys are going to be chill in their loop level, I'm going to match their vibe.
Well, it looks like the author Lyle Pendle, I mean, he's given it says 9.5. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, he loves it. It looks like it's a truly exceptional kart racer. That's what he said. I haven't really read a lot of these reviews, so I'm like, oh man, what's a good pull quote? I have no idea. But yeah,
I think the central gimmick works, which is it is cool when you do a cross-world ring teleportation and you're in a different part for a while and then you come back, and as our guest last week said, Michael, like it's fun to take another shot at the first lap on the third lap. You get a little break and then you get to do it again.
Right. I guess it's just like any Sonic game. It wants to throw things at you, make things a little bit different, which makes sense. Okay, so what you said you've got about 11 minutes in. What courses did you tackle? Were you just doing the offline mode, or like picking and choosing?
Yeah, we're doing the offline. I watched my older son play several of the courses, and then we played together on a few other ones. I like how Metal Harbor looks. I like how that one played. It's probably my favorite so far.
Okay.
I also liked the CrossWorlds warp into the weird Sonic Lost World bonus stage with the fuzzy evil guys. That one was
right,
colorful and different. But yeah, it's got a lot of cool refinements of the Sonic racing game formula, I think. Like Transformed had these very distinct segments where, okay, you're in the cart this lap and then you're in the boat this lap and so on. And in CrossWorlds, you're going back and forth all the time and it feels pretty natural. And sometimes it's optional. You can be flying on part of the course or you could be driving, and just you pick what you think is going to give you the advantage.
So you're liking it. You're enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it tops the direct comparison to me, which is Racing Transformed, but it's certainly in the ballpark. And I do have maybe a few complaints that are minor, but overall my perception of it so far is pretty positive. I don't love the chanting in the music. There's a lot of chanting.
A lot of chanting.
I know it's a stylistic choice. Somebody really pushed for, the vibe of this game is going to be chanting, and I'm sorry, it was the wrong call. The first lap music is way better than the final lap music on every course.
I wonder if it was Azuka who was like, oh yeah, I really want to chant, and it's all him laying it down. It is distracting.
It's too much.
Yeah. For a game that, playing the test, I remember when it was just watching footage of it on the PlayStation 5 closed network test. I was like, the sound is insane. It's a cacophony of nonsense. And it seems to be better actually playing it. The chanting, it is just one more layer that doesn't need to be there.
And I do want to applaud the risk taking, because I think sometimes that pays off. I think if you're looking at the Sonic R soundtrack on paper, you would say, what if we just cut the female vocal here? And that's the safer choice. but
Mhm.
I think it would deny us, the fans, decades of joy at how weird and wonderful that soundtrack is.
True.
And I don't know if you get that without also the risk of it going wrong sometimes, like the excessive chanting here. I'm sorry, it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's too much chanting.
I feel like with Sonic R. Now, I mean, I don't know if you remember, there were a number of dissenters back in the late 90s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, it's a polarizing choice.
it is. But I think that the difference is like when you play Sonic R, you hear the music, there's some sound effects, but there isn't an announcer. The
Yeah.
characters aren't talking at you all the time. There's a lot of additional audio layers which just don't exist in R that do exist in CrossWorlds. So if every song in CrossWorlds was a vocal song, that might be like complete chaos
Yeah.
in terms of audio. And so maybe it sticks out even more when they do the chanting because you've already reached like critical audio-ness. You know, all those audio files out there. I'm sure Smoovies, he knows what's up with audio stuff. Shout out to editing. Shout out to sound.
Always tip your sound editor.
That's right. Give him the tip of the hat and the tip of the iceberg. Wait, no, that's not the saying.
That's the phrase.
That is that's exactly the phrase. But okay, so it's still under transform for you. Do you think spending more time on it that the opinion might change and you might go, actually, this is the best Sonic racer, kart racer?
It's very possible. They're certainly in the same ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing, this is my pet peeve about games, like number of button presses to me actually playing
Mm-hmm.
is like a critical component in my evaluation of a game.
Okay.
And this game is a lot of buttons before you're actually racing. And I think that's a negative.
Okay.
Sonic Origins also quite bad on this. Like, I gotta watch this menu and these animations and all this stuff. Man, let me play the game.
Those poor UI designers, they're just throwing them under the bus right now. Serves them right.
I'm sorry, guys. Turn down the menus. Turn down the chanting and turn down the menus.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind menus, but I think maybe if there was like a quick race option,
the quick
that
race.
might, right? Like, don't think about the cart. Like, just pick someone and go.
Even just text.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't spend time rendering all the things. Just give me the quick menu of who to play and where to play, and we'll be off. And actually, like some old fighting games really do that too, where you can like sometimes even like hold some buttons and avoid the main character select screen and get the quick character select screen. Like Virtua Fighter 1
right
isn't like a really slow animation on the character select screen, but no, they have a quick one there. You can get back to the action even faster.
Right. You don't need to see anyone pose for 2 seconds. We're just gonna go right into it.
And we need that energy back in our game menus.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Maybe a patch. Maybe it'll have a DLC, the Fast Path DLC.
Whoa, that's $4.99. I heard.
I'll pay it. My time is valuable.
That's right. Yeah, and Modern Bow, you only have a childhood once. You don't want to spend all those precious moments staring at menus.
And that leads to my other knock on the game, which is I'm as plugged in as anybody can be about this, right? We're hosting a weekly show, we're reading the news, we're engaging with the marketing, we're engaging with the fandom. I had no idea which characters I could actually play on day one.
Oh.
And it was a surprise to me when I actually pulled it up and saw the list. And so, okay, the Sonic Prime characters I didn't expect, which there's a marketing fail right there. Like, did I pay for those? Did I need to expect them to be there? I'm glad they're there, but it was a surprise. And then critically for the 7-year-old set, if you tease the Minecraft guys and they're not there and they say they're going to be there in October, like, what are you doing? Why are you showing them to us? And we have to say, I'm sorry, little Timmy or Modern Bow. Like, you got to wait.
Little Timmy. Okay, here's a tangent. This is just for my own satisfaction. Do you know any adults who go by Timmy?
Ooh, no. The one Timothy I know is Tim all the way.
All the way. Okay, like
yeah.
It's also like just famous people. How many? Can you think of like a famous person who's called Timmy?
I can't think of any Timmys. I can't think of two Tim Armstrongs, the lead singer of Rancid and the former CEO of America Online. Sometimes they were confused.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, or Apple CEO. There's Tim Cook.
Yeah, Tim
But
Cook, or as every old person says, Tim Apple. Yeah,
Tim Apple, right? But nobody calls him Timmy Apple or Timmy Cook.
I do. I grew up with a guy named Ricky, who's still
Ricky.
Ricky.
Okay.
He didn't switch. He's not rich. He's not Rick. Rick. He's still Ricky. Shout out Ricky.
Okay.
I would play the Nintendo 64, Pokemon Snap with Ricky. Ricky, if you're listening, come on the show.
I bring it up only because we've been watching the Netflix show Is It Cake?
Oh, yes.
And in season 3, there's a contestant who's named Timmy.
Huh.
And it was like, wait, how many? It just, because when you think of Timmy, I think of like Timmy Turner or Timmy the Tooth.
Like somebody whose max age is, I think 7 is the cutoff, right?
Right. I mean, maybe if you're pushing it, you can get to 10.
I feel like you hit 2nd grade and it's like, no, I don't want to spend all that time writing the extra 2 letters. I want to.
Right. I guess especially like when you're learning cursive.
Yeah.
You don't want to. It's too long now.
That's a big stress in my household right now. So I'm very sensitive to the
to cursive
additional letters in the names that have to be written.
All right. Does Sonic write in cursive? Can he drive in cursive?
If there's a question, I'm sure Sonic has written his name in some piece of Sonic media before, but I can't think of what it would be off the top of my head.
Yeah, neither can I. But I'm sure I've seen it. So,
does he sign autographs in Man of the Year? Eggman draws all over people's newspapers, right?
He does. Like Eggman's about to sign it, but if Sonic does, we don't see what he's written.
No,
I don't think he does. I think it's just Eggman pretending to be Sonic.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
because he runs up and he's like, "Hey, you guys are happy to see me," and then they're not. And yeah,
drew on their faces. Ah, man, I love that short. So good.
It's so good. Yeah, I like the sound design in that short. The people who put all the chanting in CrossWorlds could learn something from the sound design in that short.
Yeah, that is true. So okay, so your nitpicks were the chanting and menus. Was that about it?
Chanting,
like everything
menus,
else?
And what did I buy?
Oh yeah, and what did you buy?
What is in this package? I was told Knights was going to be here, and there's no Knights.
He's
Knights
on the back of the
even
box.
in the previews.
No, he's on the back of the box, but they haven't shown them in any preliminary material. I believe the Prime characters are for the digital deluxe, right?
Yeah.
And then the Werehog was for anyone who pre-ordered. Then there's just like, here's the timeline, like here's the release, the post-launch roadmap. We could bring that up. So see, if you have the season pass, that means before the end of the year, you're going to be getting Minecraft. You're going to be getting SpongeBob. And then the 3 free characters are Miku, Joker, and Like a Dragon 8-Man. What's it? Ichiban? What's his name?
Ichiban, yeah.
Ichiban, yeah.
Here's my preference would be, I want to be able to experience like what's coming in external media. And when I'm in the game, I just have what I have. And I don't have this question mark of this thing I can't really unlock yet.
Right. That's sort of taunting, isn't it? Because you feel like you should be able to
pop
unlock
in, and
it.
I'll be happy when a new thing shows up versus I pull it up and I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the post-launch roadmap. In Q1 2026, we're getting Pac-Man. I guess we should mention news. Well, maybe we'll talk about it more in a second. Q2, Mega Man, Proto Man. We're getting the Mega Man pack. They confirmed that. They showed him off. We'll get to that. But then Q3 is Turtles and Avatar. So that's way down the line. And yet they announced those before they even announced Mega Man, but you're getting Mega Man before.
And I think this is a failure in marketing, because once you're talking about quarters and you might as well say like fiscal year 27 this comes out. Like you sound like you're doing a business presentation. Every month, tell me who's coming. And then it's there and I'm happy. Versus like, I don't know, if the numbers look good and the financial projections come through, maybe we'll be able to afford the next licensing thing here. Like I hear enough of that at work. I'm trying to unwind and bond with my children over this shared love of of Blue Hedgehog, and I'm back in a slide deck about the road.
Right, the post-launch roadmap, because they want something new every month. They want to bring people back. I hope that doesn't mean we're not putting this game on sale until next year, September, because every Sonic game is meant to go on sale about 1 to 2 months after it's released.
Just in time for Christmas, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're right in that maybe they've announced too much about what's ahead of it, or what's ahead, instead of just being like, whoa, you got to stick around, see what's coming. I feel like even Nintendo Smash Brothers Ultimate, like, you knew things were coming, but you didn't know what was coming. You just knew something was coming.
Yeah.
They kept their cards closer to the chest than Sega is.
And I know I'm a dinosaur. I only play games that are 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
And I don't really play them. I just kind of look at
You just
them
dissect them
from the inside. Yeah. The only games that are new that I've ever played are Sonic games, but I think it is better when you like buy the thing and that's the thing. And if you want to give me a bonus after that, great. But it feels too financialized to me, and it's not the right entertainment product.
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm looking at it. I didn't even notice on this post-launch roadmap, it above where it says quarter, it says patch 1, patch 2, patch 3. Does that mean like, yeah, we know things are broken, we'll figure it out?
Yeah.
It's not unusual. I know it's a thing. It's just how the market works now.
You know what worked, I think, better was Frontiers, where it's like, oh, we're surprised at how successful this is. We want to do more of it. And okay, here pretty soon we're going to give you some weird bonus. And then that's like a little bit of goodwill, because in a few more months after that, we're going to give you something even cooler. And after that, we're going to fix the ending. We know we phoned it in on the ending the first time. We ran out of time. You got us.
Whoops.
We're going to do it right. Give us a little bit of time.
One day Sage will be in the comic.
That was better than this like telegraphed thing.
Yeah, I guess the fact that it says, hey, patch 4 is coming quarter 3 of 2026, it just feels very...
They need me to be consulting on this communication specifically. I'm getting rid of the quarters. I'm getting rid of the patch nomenclature. I'm going to call it update. I'm going to call it bonus content.
Whoa.
I'm going to call it
the Dolus content.
And call it anything other than patch, which implies that it's a buggy mess, which I don't think it is. Like,
no,
we didn't encounter any bugs in our playthrough yet.
Yeah, I mean, even playing the test, like, I know there were some connection issues and stuff, but I didn't experience game-breaking bugs. There might have been someone who did, but it feels solid. It feels
good. We do get a little bit of slowdown on the CrossWorld ring, which is where you would expect there to be slowdown, and it's not like my son's computer is like the huge gaming rig or anything, so I'm not super surprised by that. But
how long until he's asking for an Alienware laptop? Is that still a thing? Is Alienware still a viable brand, or did they...
I think Dell bought Alienware.
Okay, that probably dates me. Like, oh man, Alienware.
Yeah. I bet you can spend a few $1,000s on an Alienware computer these days. We're gonna get the guy who was in the Dell commercials on the show. Dude, you're getting a Dell. I'm sure he's playing CrossWorlds, I'm sure.
Yeah. Didn't he get kicked out because he was arrested for marijuana possession? Feels so quaint.
Hopefully that got expunged. He's got to be out on the streets now.
Yeah. Man, if that happened, I wonder, like, would you then turn that into like a strain?
He's probably got a brand that he's selling.
Yeah, you'd have to turn that. Just like how Jaleel White, he spun off the character of Urkel and promoted the Purple Urkel brand of marijuana in character.
Yeah, I guess he is in control of that IP enough to do that, or was able to wrest control, which I think is going to be a nice segue for us.
Oh, is it?
Into a new topic.
Yeah, we might as well. That is a good segue. We can talk about Mega Man later. It's not just cross-world, cross-talk, cross-conversation. There's other things happening in the jet stream that is Sonic the Hedgehog. The other big story, which it it actually broke when we were recording last week, but there has been development since, is about the song wait, that is what we're talking about, right? The song Live and
Yes,
Learn.
song Live and Learn.
Right,
Yeah,
we're not talking
Johnny.
about Skibbity Toilet yet. Sorry. The song Live and Learn. Now, we had mentioned previously on the show that Johnny Gioli had filed, I guess, for copyright co-ownership of the song. He's like, I co-wrote it with June. I never signed anything away to Sega. I didn't know they were using it. I want credit. I want money. I want to perform on top of the Statue of Liberty's head. I don't think he had that last one in there, but that's what I wish. I want Crush 40 to perform on those spikes. And
My reaction to this at the time, and I don't remember if we said this on the show or not, was, I'm sorry, Johnny, I don't believe your story at all.
yeah,
Maybe Sega was poor at record keeping with their music licensing. Who could imagine that?
right.
Brad Buxer, Michael Jackson, whatever. That I believe.
Uh-huh.
But you didn't know that they were re-releasing Live and Learn on these compilations? I'm sorry, you have been at every event that it's been possible to be at.
Yeah.
You know what this song is. You know where it's gone. I'm sorry, it's not credible to me.
Yeah.
So I did not expect him to win in this lawsuit, and he did not.
No, he did not. So it was John Gioli versus Sega of America Inc.
It's a summary judgment.
It is a summary judgment. It was filed on August 28th. It was uploaded to the internet on September 4th, and basically the summary, defendant being Sega, filed a motion for summary judgment as to plaintiffs' remaining claims in the FAC. What did the FAC? The first amended complaint. The judge, the Honorable R. Gary Klausner, district judge presenting, having fully considered the motion for summary judgment and the evidence presented therein, granted defendants' motion for summary judgment by written order. Accordingly, it is ordered and adjudged that plaintiff take nothing by the way of the FAC. Judgment is hereby entered in favor of defendant, and the action is dismissed in its entirety with prejudice on the merits.
And that means, I think, in summary, is he lost as hard as you can lose.
That's
so
what
summary means we don't even have to consider this,
Mhm.
and with prejudice means you can't bring it up again.
That is
that's
what
the what they call the bench slap.
Yeah,
legal term.
Now, in the documents, they're on courtlistener.com. That's where we're looking at. There's also additional PDFs that you can look at, including like Sega's filing of like, here is our notice of like, these are the things that he should have been aware of, which include, I think he said he was even like unaware of certain soundtrack releases.
Yeah, I don't find it plausible. I'm sorry, Johnny.
Right. But there's moments where they're like, he was like, there's quotes from him in the CD release. He should have known because he was interviewed for it, etc. So
it's like he definitely performed at one of the launch parties.
I would not be surprised. Right. So this happened. This came out. It seemed like, okay, it's all said and done. Johnny lost, but then it came out. Everyone reported on it. Fast forward to Monday, or was it Sunday? Look, a couple days later.
Recently, yes.
Johnny, Mr. Johnny Gioli, runs over to Twitter.x and he sends out a tweet that basically, well, it says the following: "Everyone, the news is out. The case against Sega was dismissed. I want you to understand that the reason for the dismissal was based on time, not on ownership. The song remains in quote-unquote limbo. Just 2 weeks ago, I was contacted by Epic Games to potentially use Live and Learn, and the amazing part is Sega had them call me for the rights to use the song. So there you have it. The most epic song remains in the abyss of ownership. The song is mine. I wrote it with June. I sing it. I created the melody. I recorded my vocals in my studio, and they do not own it. Thanks to everyone for your endless support and love. Life isn't always fair, but we all move forward in love and music."
I'm sorry, this is Spring Yard's own flashing sign in the background. Cope. The ruling is not favorable to Johnny. I'm sure he has some claim to the actual recordings where he's saying on the things, but they beat him very thoroughly on the ownership claim.
Yeah, like looking at the judgment and what was, I don't know how you read that and go, yeah, I mean, it's still unknown who owns it. unless there's something in all of this.
Yeah. And there is reference to his complaint is untimely for some of the claims there, but I think this is wishful thinking at best. And I'm sad about it because I, I love Live and Learn. I love all the songs Johnny sings that on.
Mhm.
And I think that era is over. I don't think he's going to sing anymore. For Sega, the bridge is burnt.
That's what it feels like. I think Crush 40 as a Sega entity is done.
Yeah.
I don't know if this means June and Johnny will never perform together, but I don't think that it'll be under the sanction of Sega. I don't think Wavemaster is ever releasing another Crush 40 album
Yeah.
with Johnny singing. Now, okay, so if it was 2 weeks ago, I don't know. There's something about it that just like I don't know if Sega's just being nice.
No, I think it has to do with there's like the specific recording that was in Sonic Adventure 2.
Uh-huh.
He has some claim to that, but like the writing and the copywriting of it, I don't think he does.
Is there something about like
He
the
assigned that to
mechanical
Sega.
reproduction of it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, because there
I'm
are
not
different.
an entertainment lawyer, but
Yeah, because I know
these are different different ownership levels.
Right. There's the people who wrote it. That's its own separate thing from the mechanical. That's why like you can do a cover, but you're not paying the original performers. You're just paying the people who own it.
Right.
Yes.
And that's why you can do a Taylor's version.
Yes, because she owned the rights to all like the rights to the songs, but not to the recordings. So
Exactly. Yeah, they're separate things.
Right. Even though now she owns all of it anyway. So
right.
Which means the Taylor's
she played that one well.
She did. She didn't even finish doing all of her Taylor's versions before she got him back.
Well, actually, open invitation. I'm sure Taylor Swift has picked up Sonic game for welcome on the show anytime. Just
right.
If we're open when you're available to record, we'll consider it.
Okay, because I know she's recently gotten engaged to Mr.
Yeah,
Kelsey.
it's probably a busy time. But she has done a podcast recently, I heard. So
right. Well, she did his podcast, the guy she's engaged to. But
maybe he should come on. I'm sure he's played Sonic.
Oh yeah, is it football season? It's
yeah. Once he's done,
I think it would be funny. I'm going to throw this out there because I'm sure Taylor Swift is listening. Instead of getting married on your wedding day, you record on this podcast, and we'll talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
And you can explain mechanical license versus the other forms of ownership of music to us.
It'll be great. Yeah.
Just a plug for something unrelated. There's a ska band called Stacked Like Pancakes who used to be, frankly, not that great, but they went off in the lab for a few years and cooked on a little EP that came out last year. And it is so good. It's like maybe one of my top ska releases of the decade.
Oh, wow.
Just out of nowhere. And they have a song about Taylor Swift is too chicken to write a ska song, but honestly, that's pretty smart. And maybe she should write a song about us because it'll really help us out. And it's so goofy and so funny and so well done. Love those guys. Come on the show.
Right. They could be on the show at the same time Taylor is. We can bring them together.
Right. Stacked Like Pancakes.
Yeah, I'm locking her in. She's just going to... She doesn't know it yet. She's a guest. But yeah, I didn't reread the original complaint filed by Johnny. I didn't... Because there's like the complaint, the amended complaint, etc., etc. I just don't know how the song's still in limbo. Unless that was...
I don't think it's in limbo. I think
he's either he's misunderstanding something or it's Sega being like, okay, we'll contact you when we want to reuse the song, but you don't own it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mechanical versus whatever the thing that's not mechanical distinction is. We may never know.
I don't know if he knows. Sometimes I don't know if he knows what he knows, you know. I have only seen him live once, and he curled into the fetal position on stage. So,
oh, interesting. I saw him live once, and he did great.
Oh, well, I mean, he was still singing when he curled into the fetal position. He was just, he was just really into it, and I guess that's what you do next.
Huh. Is there anything
There's not
else
much
to
more to
say on
say.
the Johnny topic? Should we move
I think we
to
should move on. I don't know if you really want to talk about Skibbity Toilet. Sonic's in PUBG, so is Skibbity Toilet, unless you really have anything more to say than about that.
well, this is a call to our listeners who are, let's say, Gen Alpha or Gen Z. Please write in and explain to me what is PUBG, what is Skibbity Toilet.
Well, I know that PUBG is that was like the first battle royale game that gained prominence, and it
Yeah.
was like, whoa, this is great. And that's where they when you if you would win, the phrase was winner winner chicken dinner.
Okay. They did not invent that.
They did not invent that, but it did repopularize the phrase for a time. But then
Okay.
it sort of fell to the wayside because of other battle royales, most famously Fortnite.
That one I've heard of.
Yes, and I think this, because it does say PUBG Mobile, so I don't know if mobile PUBG is vastly different than non-mobile PUBG, because I don't play PUBG.
And if Grant were here, he would have set this up better. He would have said, for the
Yeah,
listeners who haven't seen this yet,
for the listeners who
there
haven't,
is
yeah,
a video that apparently shows Sonic
yes,
and this other character I couldn't explain to you in
right,
a PUBG game setting, fighting in this epic battle against toilets with people's heads in
people's
them.
heads.
These are the Skibbity toilets.
There's
And
lasers.
evidently, this is a new collaboration between Sonic and PUBG. It's not official yet.
No, right. It's also right. Kaiju number 8 is a character on there from an anime that I've never watched. I don't know anything about it, or maybe it's just manga. I apologize. I actually have no idea what Kaiju number 8 is. In it, Sonic helps Kaiju number 8, the PUBG player character, and some lady I don't recognize, according to the article by Knuckles87 on Sonic Stadium. Uh, and I have no time
He's
to
of our generation.
Yep. Fighting a giant skibbity toilet guy who appears to be the centerpiece of all this. And like I'm still surprised the skibbity toilet is the phenomenon that it is. I remember hearing about it being like, oh, it's a shit post essentially, right? It is
Yeah.
Gary's Mod nonsense. And everyone loves some Gary's Mod nonsense. But then one day you could buy a giant skibbity toilet in Target's toy aisle. And I'm like, why is this here? But it is. I saw it. Didn't buy it.
So presumably more will be revealed about all of that. And maybe some of it will be revealed to me.
Right. Some of it may
who
make sense.
knows nothing of
Yeah.
culture for many years.
I think you're not the only one who is baffled by it. I think there's plenty of long-term. I think even people who are like, I know all the elements. I know what Kaiju number 8 is. I know what Skibbity Toilet is. I know what Sonic and PUBG are. And they see this and go, I don't understand why, what is actually happening here.
More to come.
Definitely more to come. And then I get right. The other big story, which I briefly hinted at, if you haven't seen it, look, Sega released 2 videos. They released the trailer, the release trailer for Sonic CrossWorlds. Pretty fancy. It's Mars a planet. It's different from the opening of the game itself. Cream the Rabbit dies. Rest in peace. And then they also released a neat little trailer introducing Mega Man and Proto Man into the world of Sonic CrossWorlds. And Mega Man's driving Rush. I guess that is the battle and chase car, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Looks good.
Looks good.
Love the Mega Man. My first exposure to Mega Man was the cartoons, like the Captain N version of Mega Man. And he has a really bad voice in that, but still somehow I came away with a positive association with Mega Man.
Doesn't he just say Mega Man over and over?
Yeah, he's kind of like got a froggy voice.
And he's green. Isn't he green? Or am I misremembering that?
Oh, is he green? I don't think he's... I remember him as blue, but it's been a while since I've seen Captain N. Although I did see, maybe I mentioned it on the show at the time, some of the Link and Zelda cartoons from the same era. And, the Excuse Me Princess of it all.
Yeah.
And what really stuck out to me is that they're just playing the same song clip over and over through all of those all the time.
Yeah.
It's really repetitive. It is ridiculous.
Yeah. I haven't watched Zelda in a long time, but watching Mario, I know they use a lot of like the original Super Show. It is like
the
3 songs, and you go, okay, But then also the random licensed song they had to remove from the DVDs. They weren't, I guess they couldn't pay for the mechanical or songwriting reproduction rights. Yeah, I think that's the news. I think that's everything. And you know what? I guess we are sort of heading towards the closing of this episode, but we can't end it. Not yet, because we still have to take a journey into the stars. We have to go into orbit. Bo, that's right. We have to visit the rings of Saturn, and you got to tell us what the heck is happening up there.
What the heck is happening? I got a little bit of minor engagement on the Sega retro game exploration things. Cotton, the famous shooting game franchise. Cotton. Dreamcast Cottons. There's Saturn Cottons. There's other non-Sega console Cottons.
Like the plant in the fabric? No,
the adorable witch who... It's a horizontal shooter, but it's more of a cute 'em up than a shoot 'em up.
Oh, okay.
Never released in the US. Unfortunately. Anyway, there's 2 Saturn Cotton games, and one of them's called Cotton Boomerang. And I found a cheat code that'll unlock some of the extra artwork, which looks very nice.
Ooh.
And it's kind of like minor in terms of the reverse engineering there, but people like Cotton and people like the artwork, so that was a fun thing to find. But then the more substantial thing I worked on this week was a PlayStation game you may have heard of called Parappa the Rapper.
Ooh.
Which I remember that coming out at the time, and people throwing around the catchphrase, kick, punch, it's all in the mind.
A bit of a phenomenon. Everyone wanted to rap like Parappa.
Everyone wanted to rap like Parappa. I think I may have played it at like a neighbor's house at the time. And I like maybe the first level play, but I don't think I really engaged with it. And I do like Jammer Lammy a little bit better. And I think I like that character a little more. Like, she feels more relatable. She's like late to a concert thing because she was like couldn't find a bathroom. And then like at one point she like eats too much pizza and then can't proceed in the game.
Oh, I know that feeling. Yeah.
Anyway, Parappa the Rapper, you can cheat at this game if you're bad at rhythm games like I am, and you got to hold down some of the buttons on the PlayStation controller as it boots up. If you get the right ones, you can just tap select the whole time and you'll never lose.
Whoa!
And somehow this fact escaped notice for 28 years. They fixed it in the PlayStation Portable port. Can't do it there, and presumably in the PS4 edition. But if you've got the original and you want to sail through it on easy mode, I got the code for you.
There you go. You can just sit back and enjoy Master Onion and Parappa getting his license, and you don't have to worry about hitting anyone because it's on easy mode.
Yeah.
Does that inspire you to check out Jammer Lammy? See if there's anything hiding in her game?
I would have liked to do like a series of here's Parappa, here's Jammer Lammy, here's Parappa 2, but no, they tightened it up after the first game.
So it was the Wild West for the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
The hip hop hero. Well, that's exciting. Of course, all this and more is, of course, always at 32bits.substack.com. That's right. The only place that's actually in orbit around Saturn.
Thank you for that introduction and outro to the Rings of Saturn segment. We did not throw to our friend Barry at Segabits, but stay tuned. We're going to be doing a little bit more than a little advertisement segment with Segabits.
That's right.
Very soon. So
we could throw to him.
Fans of that show.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Right. We could throw to him right now and be like, Barry, what's up? Okay. I don't know. Right. I guess in the last episode, he called me out. He said,
you're on notice.
Right. But I'm not entirely sure what I did.
I don't know if it was entirely undeserved.
Oh, what?
Maybe some loose talk.
Some loose
on the recording.
I'm not sure what I said. I mean, I guess I'd have to go back and listen.
Maybe like an unflattering impression. It's like,
all
right, let's check in with Barry on Segabits, and then David chimes in with, hi, I'm Barry. I'm stuck in Windstorm.
It's a what? Hey, well, one, It never occurred to me that those would stay in. And
Always tip your sound editor, folks.
that's right. And two, it's not me being like, I'm making fun of Barry. I think it's making fun of the fact that we don't know what he's about to say. And so when we're in the recording booth, we either sit here in silence or I say some nonsense that would then be removed because real Barry comes in, not my impression, which isn't even an impression of Barry. It's really an impression of no one. So,
well, hopefully there's no rift.
right.
It's all going to be smoothed over very soon. Worry not.
Yes, but either way, I'll throw out an apology right now if I have offended Barry for whatever it is I've said, because the moment I say it's gone, because it's nothing. But
that's how you know it's a heartfelt apology. It's I'm sorry for whatever it was I did.
Oh,
try that one on your loved ones. That's gonna go real well.
Like I said, either way, look, I am sorry if any of those impressions were not flattering, because they were not meant to be true impressions and not meant to be a true reflection of Barry. Barry is a friend of the show, and he's also a friend of mine. He's been very gracious over the years. I've been on Sega Bits many times. I've stayed at his house. I've slept on his couch, and I've appreciated him, his hospitality, his love of Sega, and he also his love of many other pop culture things. Like he knows Star Wars more than I do. I'm pretty sure. So that's impressive.
Yeah, well, he's a man of many talents, and we'll be hearing more from him very soon. And we thank him for his support in collaboration with the show.
Right.
And this episode, it's about to end.
That's right. It is ending. Whoa. Now, what would be funny is if all of that was cut and Smoovies just left me going like, what? Nah, fuck him or something. Like, oh, what? No. But the only way for me to know is if I've also reached the end of another episode of Sonic Weekly. That's right. Show that comes out once every 7 days, or show once.
Almost had it.
Once every 7 days or so. You're here on the ride. Everyone's along for the ride. Can't help it. And if you've enjoyed hearing about this, you want to see what we're teasing, or you can't wait for Grant to come back, see if maybe he's raced every race that could ever be raced, the only way to be caught up is, of course, to subscribe to this podcast using your podcatcher of choice, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or for the Android faithful, Podcast Addict. Whenever I say Podcast Addict, I want to say .com after it, but that's not what it is. It's just Podcast Addict.
They do have a website.
Is it podcastaddict.com?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, so if I did accidentally say that, you're not being sent to some random place full of spyware and malware, and then you're forced to download Norton and Symantec and...
Good callback.
Yeah. Hey, right, and when you're in there, give us a rating, give us a review, give us a, whatever strange functions are unique to that podcatcher. We appreciate it. The algorithm, I'm sure, appreciates it, although who knows what they think, because it's not a person, it doesn't matter. Look, if you
never get a thank you.
Yeah, the algorithm. But hey, if you reject all podcatchers, and we don't blame you, we are also over on YouTube at Sonic-Weekly. You can like, comment, and subscribe. And our voices, as always, are joined by video footage recorded by friend of the show, Jack of Old Games. You can see what he's been up to, what he's been playing, how good or how bad he is. Sometimes it's Sonic. Most of the time it's Sonic. Doesn't matter. Reach out to the show. You want to. SonicWeeklyPodcast@gmail.com. That's the address. Drop us a line, mailbag segment, let us know what you think, let us know what you want us to talk about, and it's the only way to get the link to our Discord server. Ask for it, we'll send it off, and you'll soon be talking to like-minded Sonic the Hedgehog fans about many things up to and including Sonic T. Hedgehog. If you're able to support the show in a financial sense, we're over on Ko-fi. That's right. Throw something in the tip jar, or for $5 a month, you can become one of our executive producers. Just like PigDan, Pabsy, Sonikku, SavingThrows, Belgarion, AltSynth, RatLiker63, Dr. Hate PhD, and that's right, we've got not one, but two names we got to mention here. There's Sertoo, who has been an EP for a long time, and apparently it was never written on my list. So I didn't know, so there's another apology.
I said the name last time.
You did say it, but like on the list of names I always pull up, it was never there, and no one ever corrected me. So we're going to apologize for missing you for however long you've been doing it. We're saying it now. We're saying it again so you know. But it's not the only one. We've also got an extra special thanks to Butterbeerhawk. All one word, all one name. They've also joined the Elite rankings? No, the Elite. Look, they're an EP too. I can't think of the word that I want to think of, and I'll think of it the moment we stop recording. There we go. That's right. So those are all the names, and I can stumble over your name too if you become an EP. But if you're not able to, that's perfectly fine. We're just glad you're here and listening, and you can always just tell your buddies. They're all welcome. Gotta thank Smoovies for the edit, depending on what he does or does not do with everything I've said. It'd be funny if he actually cut out me entirely and it was just you talking to yourself. A true solo episode. Gonna thank Grant for, being on the course, even though he's not here. I'm assuming it's because he's just playing CrossWorlds and didn't want to be interrupted. He called out sick for work. That's what he's doing. And hey, thank you, Bo. Is this the first time it's just been the two of us?
It's just the two of us. We were concerned, are we going to make it through, or are we going to be able to do an hour? Mm-hmm. We had no problem. We've been preparing for this our whole lives. That is true. And so if you want to find out who's here and who's not next week, stay tuned. Thank you, listener.
Yeah.